Hi, this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Well, it's Thanksgiving week and I don't have to work, so I'm fired up about that. More time to look at cards. That's the important thing. Look at cards. Family, yes, but cards, yes. So before we get started here, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the T205 cards. One of the great sets of all time. I actually prefer it over the T206 set. But before we do that, I have a little business to take care of. My last video, I did a giveaway. And what you had to do at the end of my video, my last video, if you were still watching, you didn't fall asleep, you had a chance to win some cards. So all somebody had to do was they had to make videos, but also put the number 60, my age, in the comment section, and they had a chance to win some cards. The cards that they have a chance to win is some supers, and I added some decal edges, the great Rod Carew here, some Hall of Famers and some great players. But let's get to the drawing. So instead of using, some kind of wheel on the computer, forget that. I'm 60 years old. I'm doing old school. I got my Warriors hat here. I'm going to pull a name out of a hat, and the winner's going to win these cards. And the winner is a collector's dream, Orlando. Orlando probably has these cards because he's got pretty much everything. But Orlando, I'm going to send, I'm going to, down below in my comment section, I'm going to put my email address, and you can send me your information so I can mail out these cards to you. Thanks everyone for entering. Thanks everyone for wishing me a happy birthday a couple weeks ago. I really appreciate it. Now, something I received in the mail, a gift package, a Christmas gift package, is a couple cards I received from Brad. Brad, thanks a lot for the Tim Hardaway. Man, Hardaway was a fantastic player. Just recently was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. All three Run TMC Warriors are in the Hall of Fame now. Tim Hardaway, you got Mitch Richmond and Chris Mullin. Man, Tim Hardaway, forget about Iverson. This guy had the killer crossover. Go on YouTube and watch him. Man, he's like a magician with the ball. So thanks a lot for his rookie card. And one of my favorite players of all time, a Chris Mullin auto. Thanks, man. He can really shoot the ball on the dream team. The Warriors have been real lucky to have players that can shoot the ball. No one could shoot the ball better than Thompson and Curry, but man, Chris Mullin's right up there. So thanks again, Brad. Brad's a great dude. I met him at the National a couple years ago. Now, discussing T205 cards, one of my favorite sets to collect. Man, you have that movie Caddyshack. Everyone loved, at least I did. Caddyshack 1 was fantastic. Caddyshack 2, down the toilet. But man, the American Tobacco Company really did a good job of making, after the T206 cards, coming up with the 1911 T205 cards. They upped their game. A fantastic set, 198 different players. You got American League, National League, and minor league players, different designs. And I have a couple photos to show you that were used for the T205 card. So why don't we start with that? I recently picked this one up in an auction, and this is of a Type 1 of the great John McGraw here. One of the 2 or 3 greatest managers of all time, right up there with Connie Mack. They did battle plenty of times in the dead ball era of baseball. But this image, as you can see here, this photo was used for this particular card, as you can see. And the photos were Paul Thompson photos. He basically shot most of the images for the T205 cards were from his photos. And you can see on the back here, Paul Thompson copyright. He was one of the great baseball photographers in the early 1900s. Now I also have another one that I got graded or slabbed up by PSA, and that's of Larry Doyle here, another giant. And you can see very similar size image to the John McGraw, and then here's his card. So really cool. Now you're going to pay up for photos that are used for a particular card. But man, I just had to have these. I'm a huge fan of, the T205 cards. And again, you can see the same stamp on the back. Paul Thompson. Whoops, yeah, Paul Thompson stamp there. So really cool, man. The one I would love to get is the Christy Mathewson Type 1. But that's going to be well out of my price range, and I've not seen one of Paul Thompson of his. So, but I do have his card, one of my favorite cards in my collection. And here it is right here. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. He recently was inducted into the Baseball Card Hall of Fame. Ray, he should have been in there years ago. I mean, look at this card. Just an iconic image, a card of his. You got his auto down here. And what can I say, man? It's a Christy Mathewson beauty. Now I have some other ones. I pulled out some Hall of Famers here, some big boys. Now this Ty Cobb here, and you're going to see a little difference here. The American League and National League cards are different, as you can see. Now the Ty Cobb, I have a love-hate relationship with this card. Man, I love it because it's Ty Cobb, and I got this particular card years ago, so I didn't pay what you would pay nowadays for the card. But man, the registration is off on this card. And I knew it when I picked it up years ago, and I got a great deal on it. So that's my love-hate relationship. It's a Ty Cobb card. I got it inexpensively, but the registration is off. Now, to Ty Cobb cards, the T206 cards, Cobb has 4 different cards in the set. The rarest one is the green Cobb. The green Cobb. But in the PSA report, SGC report, there's 30% more graded of his T206 green Cobb than there are of his T205 cards. And his T205 cards, you can get them for 50% less than a green Cobb. I think a beater green Cobb's going to cost you around $6,000. A card like this, in even better condition, is going to be 50% less. So generally speaking. So why is that the case? Well, T206 is the monster set. Everyone wants to collect a monster set. Hornus Wagner is the gold standard. Well, this is the gold standard. I got the gold borders here, but the gold standard in the set. But man, I can tell you, I love the T205 cards. I would definitely collect them over the T206 cards. 198 cards in the set, 3 different designs. American, National, and the minor league cards tend to be more scarce. 11 different backs. I have the Walter Johnson here, as you can see, and it's a Piedmont back. And what's cool about these, this is one of the first issues. They have stats on the back with a little bio information, and it's the Piedmont back. Piedmont and the Sweet Cap tend to be the most common. The least common rare ones are the Drum and the Hindu. I also, let's see, I got the Cy Young. The one I really like to get is, and it's really, man, the price is really skyrocketing, is the Tris speaker. I don't have the Tris speaker. It's doable to collect this entire set. There's no Hornus Wagner in the set. And again, only 198 players, so you can do it. Probably just too old to build the set. I probably have about 15, 20 of these cards, and the one I'm showing you are the big boys that I have in my collection. What else? So I got the Ed Sicati. The reason I showed you this is probably my best looking one. And you can see just a beautiful, beautiful card. And you can see that it's American League design back here. Again, being a Piedmont back. So, you know, what can I tell you, man? T205s, if you're looking for a set, I think you really enjoy, you know, collecting these, the gold borders. They tend to, let's see, my worst looking one with the gold borders is, I don't even, let's see, let's pull out, God, I don't have one. Well, this one here, you can see the bottom and the top borders down here and here are all chipped up. But if you can live with that, I mean, they're just beautiful, beautiful cards. And I have a big boy card coming in the mail in a few weeks here that I'm looking forward to show you. And everyone have a great Thanksgiving. If you watch this video after Thanksgiving, we'll have a great Christmas. All right. Hey, this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Bye.